That game was a lot like when my wife and I are intimate. Afterwards, she always says to me, "Is that it?" Things I learned today. Our defense and midfield are so terrible, there's not going to be any manager bounce. I'm sure it was in the back of most everyone's mind, it was in the back of my little mind, that we could go on an Ole-like run and put some wins together, get back in the top 4 race. Defense and midfield are too terrible. And besides, we all know how that Ole thing turned out anyway.
Ole's got the wheel. Tell me how.
Winning streaks take some measure of consistency, and we do not have it. 2, I'm not going to get on Mustafi's case too much. Why? Because he handled himself like a man, like a team player, after his demotion to the bench. So I'm not going to be mean, like I was before. But if that was Mustafi's first team audition to show us he can rise above Europa League competition, if that was his audition for first team football, he failed it. 3, sometimes to get better, you just have to take your medicine. You just have to take your medicine if you want to get better.
I don't want it. I don't.
It's just a little bit of medicine.
Oh, no.
I don't believe in tying the new manager Freddie's hands, tying his hands together by telling him what starting lineup to do. Yes, we all know what we would have done if Unai Emery picked that starting lineup today. But we got to give Freddie some freedom. 4, I have given up on top 4. Our top 4 hopes are fading faster than Madonna's looks. That was kind of mean. Well, I haven't liked her since 1990 anyway. 5, last but not least, Xhaka. With a new manager, I view every single player with a clean slate, except you. If there's one thing that I'm asking Santa Claus for this year, is Xhaka gone in January. Come on, Santa!
I'm on my fucking lunch break, okay?
Hi Arsenal fans, I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing because we've got our Arsenal back. Great now. Freddie Ljungberg, 100% behind you, buddy, because he is one of our invincible, he's one of us. And also the most important, we know he's temporary, he's not there permanently. Let's just go out there and bring in the top coach to take us forward and make us a great club that we should be once again. Now, the game. I love the way that we started. We started strong, but toward the end we faded out, that's normal. What I like the most is the youngster. I think that Willock impressed me. He was at fault for one of the goals, but he would run, he would cross the ball, he would come back and recover. That's what we want. We want to see the hunger. We want to see the opportunity that when they're given, they can take it. And players like Mustafi and Xhaka as well. I'm glad that Freddie is giving them a chance, but make the most out of it. Because to be honest with you, we think that you are not to the level that we want you to be. And if you want to hang around Arsenal, you have to work a little bit harder. You have to change your game, because if you're going to do the same thing again, there's no place for you in the Arsenal. And another thing as well is that we have been negative for so long. So let's just be positive. It's a draw, yes, but we didn't lose the game. So we can't expect much. Freddie was like part of the back room of Unai Emery. So this is happy days for me. Come on, you Gunners. We can still salvage something this season.
Bumbuckler, a jolly there for the United Kingdom, a Bumbuckler Canada. It doesn't matter who we get into the team to manage the Bumbuckler team. The results will continue to be the Bumbuckler same if we do not get better footballers. Because listen to me now, even Norwich footballers them, Even Norwich footballers, them look like them hungry more than bumbleclad Arsenal footballers. And the next thing, you know, see all the Norwich baller them a run past Arsenal, them like road runner. Beep beep. Yes to bumbleclad, because almost everybody for Arsenal bumbleclad team slow. Listen to me now. I'm not a fan of Freddie. Big up Freddie. But me I watch Arsenal from 1989 to bumbleclad. From Michael Thomas scored a second goal against Liverpool and win. From that day till now, me I say bumbleclad Arsenal. And listen me at the worst to see me bumbleclad team. No, slow playing done with. You know, see how the man my run where bumbleclad Mustafi I do on the field. Slow the ass. Everybody slow around at the back. Come on now. Louis slow, Jacka slow, Bob Ozil extra slow. It seems like a snail them eat for them bumbleclad dinner. Them ball game they done with. They go playing at the third tier of the bumbleclad English league, because this to me now, right is right. Every other team have fast pace defenders who can run on people. We don't have none of that. Yes, and no matter which manager we get, at the same bumbleclad result. We need some better player. And listen to me, it's not all the time big name player is the player to get some look hungry youth, hungry I want to play a bumbleclad team and I'm pace. You know what I mean? Football involved now, man. Bumbleclad. You're idiot. You know?
Hey guys, our first game after the Emery era, and it was a similar performance. We were lucky to draw 2-2 against Norwich, but there were some improvements. The team did look like they were trying. We had some more attacking impetus, especially in the first half when we were cleared off the line a couple of times. We came back twice to draw an away game, which is the least that you expect, but right now you don't really expect anything out of this Arsenal team. I wasn't expecting a host of changes from Freddie because he's just had literally one session. But what surprised me was not giving Pepe a shout, because what does that do for his confidence now, and Saka and Martinelli coming in before him. But I'm not going to get on his back. He should be given time to assess the players, to apply his tactics. And if somebody else becomes available, like, you know, a Poch or Rogers that shows interest, or an Allegri, we should go for them definitely. We shouldn't act like United and be hasty and hand out a contract before we seal something that we are confident will see us through in the long term. But right now we go on to the next match and try to salvage the situation. We still have a long part of the season to go, and we can still salvage this situation. And now it's on the players, it's on Freddie and maybe the next manager. Let's go Gunners.
Oh, Arsenal. What can I say about Arsenal? New manager, caretaker, Lundberg. It's not his fault. You know, he only could work with what he has. I'm believing to think it's not the players, it's not the manager. We just might not have the quality. Yes, we have superstars. We have Aubameyang, we have Lacazette, we have Pepe, who I don't even know why he's sitting on the bench, but the formation or whatever. We have Ozil, you know, but 2-2, another draw. We didn't win. We didn't lose. We could have been 1 point ahead of Spurs, but we didn't capitalize. We looked good going forward when the game started. In both halves, we were looking good going forward. But again, our defense is terrible. McMahon just want cuss bad word. But Arsenal. All we can do is just get behind them and fight for the top four. Cause we can't win the league, but fight. A lot of games left in the season, so it's not over. But we have to win. We have to start winning. These next couple of games before Manchester City, we can win them. But we draw against Southampton. We draw today against Norwich. Bottom three teams that we're supposed to beat, we're not beating. It makes us look like we're a relegation side, which we're not. We have quality, we're not utilized well. Mustafi should be out, never play again. Mustafi should sit on the bench. You know, pay him, send him to the academy squad, whatever. We shouldn't play Mustafi again. Makes no sense. You know, play Socrates in that position. I want Tierney to start. Tierney, I think he does those. He pulls forward. Those whips with the passes in the box. Other than Liverpool, who's gonna win the league, there's still hope for top four. So until then, we stick together and Arsenal guns out bullet.
Robbie, right now, Arsenal side come like a concrete without team. Them man they weak. Brother, man they weak. Man don't know what nothing, brother. Man, we need some new player, new system, new structure, new manager, everything new. Just like how Liverpool start over, that's how we have to start over.
Wow. let's be honest, guys. Freddie get it wrong today. I'm giving time. I'm not criticizing him, but football is all about the basic. You know, you need to get the basic right. You know, you need a goal. You're bringing on Saka. You don't have no need to bring on Saka. You need to get the basic right. That's first of all. The second is starting. The starting lineup was shocking, man. Let's be honest here. I'm not criticizing Freddie, but like, football is all about the basic. You need to get the basic right, you know. You need to get the basic, and he get it wrong today. Now everybody now can see the clear picture that some of these players are not good enough, you know. This is the problem with some Arsenal fans who like to hype these players so much. Some of these players too much. The like of Chambers, you know, Socrates, you know. They are not good enough, man. Just let's be honest, man. They are not good enough, man.
Alright, well, Arsenal, another draw. Well, we did expect this. We never expect Freddie did just come and change the entire team and the whole entire plane just like that. He already said it in an interview, saying they're going to change much. So we couldn't expect too much, to be honest. But me personally, I felt like we could have won the game if he had made certain changes at the right time. Like Ozil, I think Ozil should have come off earlier, so Martinelli could have come on and get more time for play. And I think that he should have put on Pepe instead of Saka. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I guess we can't really judge Freddie after just one game. I guess we have to give him one more game for really assess him and see how him put him thing together for the next game. So yeah, make us say.
The game left off with much to desire, you know. Arsenal were quite unconvincing play from Arsenal, but we will still hope for improvement. It's Freddie's first game in charge, you know. Thankful Leno has just been saving us. He saved us a lot today, and the defense, no, Mustafi and David Luiz, I don't know. Socrates, I don't know. We just need a centre half in January. If Freddie continues, he should get first centre. Thankfully, Aubameyang is doing his part, you know. But you know, Lacazette has to improve, just like the midfielders too. Xhaka, he didn't do bad today, but we need a drive in that midfield. Arsenal has gone past a trial and error. You know, we need drive. We need somebody that can drive us. We need people that can drive the team.
Hi AFTV, this is Ariel from Kenya. You guys keep doing what you're doing. Ignore the media. They are so scared. You're doing a wonderful job. And to the board, you did a wonderful job. I was expecting for an immediate manager, but you know, it's always a process, so take your time. Looking back, we're behind you, man. Today was a fantastic game. A draw away from home. We'll take it. But Gunners, let's support our players. Let's get behind them. We're gonna do this. Gunners for life. Ariel from Kenya.
Hello, Arsenal fans worldwide. It's very hard being an Arsenal fan. Very, very hard. I think the solution is basically to get a permanent manager as soon as possible. The longer we have this uncertainty about who's going to manage the team on a permanent basis, the longer that goes on, the longer the psychological problems we seem to be having. To the game itself, I can't understand the lineup. Why is Mustafi in the lineup? He shouldn't even be in the 18. Why is Tierney not playing? Why Kolasinac? Why is Aubameyang so wide right, playing right winger on the touch line? This guy is our best striker and is playing so wide. And why we have Pepe on the bench? I don't know. There's so many questions. So many questions. For example, in the 70th minute, we made our first sub. We brought in Torreira, a defensive midfielder. Are we trying to defend a 2-2 lead? What's going on? Where's Martinelli? Martinelli should have come on the 70th minute at least, followed by Saka, I meant to say. I don't understand.
Hello Robbie, this is Papa from Ghana, and it's another uninspiring performance by the boys. Unfortunately, I think the first 20 minutes we played well, we attacking well, but then the defense, I mean, this defense will kill us, to be honest. This defense will kill us. It's unfortunate. I think the earlier we get the permanent manager, the better, to be able to study the ship, because we are really going down slowly, and if we don't take care, we might end up in a very, 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 very uncomfortable position. It's unfortunate. We will take the draw, but it's not really an inspiring performance from the boys. Thank you.
And the lineup was not good enough. I don't know why he has to start Mustafi and Luis together. I don't know why he has to rest Pepe. I don't know, the defense was so shambolic. We have to improve on the defense. I don't think the problem now lies majorly on the coach. So we can see what happened. The midfielders are not trapping on the ball very well. Willock was very poor today, and we have to improve on that.
I think Wendozi needs to be dropped in the next game. He hasn't been playing to his best. I think so. He needs to be dropped and made a lesson out of him, not individually to pick on him, but specifically, but to be learned a lesson that he's not gonna get picked week in, week out. Even with this manager, the next one that comes in, he needs to work hard, because when he works hard, we can see what he can do. It raised a couple of eyebrows with the substitution and formation that Bloomberg did, but some people saying this is his first game and stuff, but the guy has been here for 13 games before as a second hand, so he should be knowing most of the players and best attributes, so I wouldn't be shocked. But we go on. We got Brighton up next week. Let's try to get a win in there. We can build a confidence on this game, and it's going to be a tough one, but we can do it.
So fans, AFTV, first game for Freddie Ljungberg as Arsenal manager. We got a draw away at Norwich. Can't say it's a positive result, but me personally, I sense some progression, especially offensively. We look more dangerous, we look more sharp going forward, and from the set pieces, the corner kicks, we look more dangerous than how we used to be under Emery. Although defensively, I think we were as bad, if not even worse, than how we used to be under Emery. Just leaving a lot of spaces behind and not pressing on the Norwich attackers, leaving them a lot of space, allowing them to just do all sort of things. And I think we were very sloppy defensively. I don't want to have a go at Freddie Ljungberg, but I thought the team selection was a bit odd, especially after watching his first interview where he's basically said that he wasn't looking forward to make a lot of changes. But I think he did make a lot of changes tactically and on the lineup and even on the formation. When I saw Mustafi starting, I was surprised, but I was like, you know what, maybe this is his chance to redeem himself. But I think this was one of the worst games that he has ever played for Arsenal. Made a lot of mistakes. Big up Bernd Leno, he made a lot of quality saves today. I think it was really brilliant. And obviously Freddie Ljungberg he still needs time to to settle. But personally, I think this time should be given to a proven manager. No disrespect for Ljungberg, but he is not a proven manager, and I think the board should move fast, try to get a permanent manager as soon as possible, and not after the end of this season. For Ljungberg, but he is not a proven manager, and I think the board should move fast, try to get a permanent manager as soon as possible, and not after the end of this season.
Hello, Gooners. Yeah, that was a frustrating draw right there. Well, it's a new era. Freddie Ljungberg. I won't be too critical of the guy yet, though. I won't be too critical of him now, but I really haven't seen too much improvement. It's just one game, yeah. It's just a game. But our defensive frailties are still very evident. I don't know. I don't want to call out Mustafi now, but I'm afraid I just can. On 2 occasions, if you ask me, just ball watching. I don't know. But it's all good. It's all good. At least the possession has improved. We can only hope for further improvement as, the season goes on. Man, our defense is dog shit, man. We're shit defensively. We need to work on this, man. And we dwell on the ball so much. It's just way too much. But it's all good. Freddie Ljungberg's first game. I hope, he gets the better of the lads. Come on, you Gunners.